Unmuted. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. So let's see what we can see. This morning, CTIC took off. That was one of the ones that now that of course the CPI is supposed to be coming out today as well. And looking at what's coming out, we'll see what kind of reaction we can probably expect from the report. Let me go out to the CPI website, I believe. Why are you not moving? Let's go look at this thing and see what's up. Because that will be a big indicator on today. CPI website. Okay. When is this coming out? CPI report today. Dow futures edge up, blah, blah, blah. When will CPI report on inflation be released? May 10th at 3:54 a.m. So it's already released. EDT. Okay, let's see. So consumer price index, CPI for all items rises in April. Shelter, used cars, trucks, and gasoline. In April, the consumer price index for all urban consumers increased, seasonally adjusted, and rose 4.9% over the last 12 months, not seasonally adjusted. Okay. So basically, this is a measure of how consumers and how prices are affecting consumers and how consumers are spending in the market. And this is at bls.gov for the CPI data. Okay, so let's pop over here. Yesterday, Donnell was able to talk me out of trading ENSC. It just could not get up, and so he was able to save my life. It's down to 3 something now, right back to where it started basically. But we're gonna see what comes up today. We do have some big movers, but they're a little bit higher float. Sometimes I can still trade those types as long as they give me the correct setup. So we'll go ahead and put CTIC up on the watch list with 41. Oh my gosh, that's ugly. That daily chart is ugly. I don't like that. TCRX still acting up. Dropped down to 333 and then rallied back up to where it fell from, basically. So I'm wondering, will the other stocks from yesterday rally like that? We'll see. What else? UPST up 38%. And I already got TC. So yeah, just those 3 are the only ones looking interested. I don't know why there's so much volume behind this CTIC. Okay, so press release. They're getting bought out. CTIC Biopharma is getting bought out. It's a $1.7 billion deal. Mm, okay. Well, I guess that is some strong catalysts. We'll see what pops off during the open, but that'll be the one that we probably. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to watch this. This thing is so flat. Let me go look at the daily chart. Mm. What was the high? Let's see the high. The high. What kind of high is that? 92,000. Nah, this thing's been through some reverse splits too. Where did you go? But right now, this previous high was right here at the 782s. It's definitely above that now. Reach that out to the left, extend to the left. Okay, so it's into a gap back here on CTI. What's the price right now? 891. It's a little bit into this gap, but not much. Let's continue to zoom back and see what else that correlates with. A previous bottom down here. Came down here and kind of touched this bottom. Well, not really touching. So 2 points that are kind of close to it in history. This one's back in 2009. And then there's like a little swing low towards it, 2013 through 14. This one's 2016 where it made this little retest of the gap down. And now we're back here. So got a little bit of history on it. But as of now, it is definitely doubling and tripling and doing all kinds of stuff with the volume, even with the huge share size. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Drifter. Did you guys take any trades on yesterday or on yesterday? Claro was a disappointment from yesterday. Just pretty much went flat all day. Just chopped people around. Lori says, yesterday I bought TCRX at 450. You know, me and Donnell were watching TCRX at 450 too. We were looking at it and we were like, we don't know. Now you bought it at 450. Let's see. Did you buy it on the way up? On the way up here? Or after it came back down and then you bought 450? I guess it would have had to be I guess it would have had to be on the way up. But now it's back to 450. Yesterday, I just fought a whole bunch of FOMO while TCRX was playing around. I really wanted TCRX to fall earlier in the day, and I was looking to trade ENSC. ENSC was on Cancer News, but it just would not get the volume, and I was like, man, this thing. I don't know why it won't get up, but it basically went up and just kind of came down here, sat at the 450 for a while, and based on the competition on the day, when it did start popping, I just was not confident on taking it because TCRX was sucking out so much volume. So I didn't trade it, but I guess it was a good thing. It did pop from the time that I was watching it, which was around these 430s up to the 470s, which is a 40-cent pop, but immediately gave that back like a couple of minutes later and just kind of owled down. So glad I didn't take that trade based on the environment. It just was not strong enough. Not enough volume, not enough momentum, all of that. It looked good on the pop though, but that was a like a one time in the day pop for 40 cents because it was grinding. It was just inching around. Then all of a sudden it popped. And when I saw it pop, I was like, it's too late. If you're not in already, it's too late. If it is gonna go, it's too late. I want to be in before it starts popping. And I want the pop to be obvious. Reach an obvious level where you grind down to. This thing had no obvious levels except all the way back down here to 350, which Donnell had called out in the Discord. He was like, "Hey, 350." Well, we were watching I think we were watching $4, 450. Then we were watching $4, and he was like, "Well, the next level it can fall to, the next obvious level it can fall to is 350." And look where it came down to, right back to 350. So, buying those obvious levels is the best. But on today, it's only got 400,000 shares traded, so that's nothing compared to CTIC. But that's what we want, those obvious levels. I think Donnell had jumped into ENSC when it was a little bit higher though. Um, he said he had got in somewhere and got a little pop, relief pop. I forgot where he got in, but yeah. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this level 2 on the 360. Look at these sizes. 37,000 shares there. 25,000, but with the current volume, how long will it take to fill those shares? 345, 25,000. Somebody's messing with these books. Look at all these 25s on here. 25, 25 at 40, 25 at 35. Every 5 cents, they got 25,000 shares. See, that's the kind of weirdness. You kind of have to just take a mental note and be like, why in the world is there so many? Let me add all this up. 15 plus 25, or actually I just add the 25s up first. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So about 6 of those. 50, 100, 150,000 shares, and then this 15 on top of it would be 165,000 shares, plus these 37s sitting out here on the bid would be 165, 195, 100 or 202, 230, 239,000 shares down there on the bid. 239,000 shares, somewhere up in there. That's a lot of shares on the bid. I don't know. I don't know if I want to trust that. I don't know. But the bottom down here was the $3. And it was on Cancer News, but like I said, TRC, and even today, TCRX has got more volume. It's doubling and tripling it. So I wouldn't even consider ENCS until TCRX bottoms out. Oh, ENSC had a direct offering today. I didn't see that. ENSC. Yep, 7 million public offering. Don't they always do that when it be? And that's the thing. A lot of times, even though the news isn't out, you can tell something's wrong based on how it's surviving in the environment. If it's just drowning on a day that it has news that it should be going up, and something else with, you know, the TCRX was doing they have this medication on Crohn's disease. And I was like, Crohn's disease or this type of cancer. Usually cancer is the hot topic. Why is Crohn's disease surviving in this environment so much better, performing in this environment so much better, right? I almost FOMO'd in. I'm telling you, I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had my hand on the buy button, but it did not meet the criteria. Look at these shares out here on CTIC. 566,000 shares. 239, 107. I mean, what is going on today with these books? They just putting stuff out there, I guess. How? And then on the ask, let's see. Biggest size is 170. The bid looking like they ready to eat. That is a lot of shares to be filled. From the 891 down to maybe this hidden share, or maybe this hidden share size around the 875s, maybe a 25 cents to push through. That's a lot of shares though. Okay, so let's look through the scans. On the bottom side, we have UPST. UPST, let's see. Upstart. Upstart stock soars. The beaten down AI company delivers an outlook surprise. Okay, so they reported a little bit of earnings, I guess, and got a little bump. Closed yesterday at 14, opening today at 19. Maybe a retest level around the 1830s. It's at 1933 right now, though. So yeah, I would be. Maybe we need to go back further. Let me zoom this back. Okay, so it's been in this level before and failed. So that's not too good. Has a gap fill all the way up here at 54s, but doesn't have the news behind it right now. It is AI, so I don't know. What is this? Airbnb shares trading lower after company issued a soft Q2 guidance. Trims price, blah blah blah. All right. Roblox. Another earnings reporting. PLX. Rare diseases, biopharmaceuticals, approval, FDA approval of whatever drug they got. They're only up 2%, so nobody believes in them. PacWest continues to be on the charts, continues to fall and come back up. Palantir backed Faraday. Okay, that was one that was ripping yesterday. Palantir pretty much was the biggest mover on yesterday, biggest volume mover. TCRX. Are they doing any kind of offerings? Nope. They put out their earnings though. Q1 loss. Okay, so they reported a better than expected Q1 sales results. Okay, Tesla SYNH. Danielle says CHSN on watch. CHSN. 62%. Why is that not up here? Why am I not seeing that? Oh, okay. It needs a little bit more volume to pop up for me. Okay. It's right under UPS here. UPS has a 1,900,000. It's got 1,800,000. Once UPS falls to it, it'll pop up there, and we'll see what that one wants to do. 256. You know, not bad, not bad pricing. Let's go to CHSN. So now on this one, we have some obvious levels back here. It fell to 107. Had some consolidation in here at 149. Had some more kind of consolidation around the 180s. So we'll see what it wants to do in here. Does it have any news on the day? Chanson International Trades shares are trading higher after company announced fiscal year 2020 financial results. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see. Definitely getting up there, but we want to see, can it come back to any obvious levels for testing? First one, let's see. So on the 4-hour, we can see it reached a little top here at 238. Possible support. Reached another little, or had some consolidation in here around the 2 support. And then had another top here around the 175s. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What obvious level will it come back to? I wouldn't take this first one. I definitely wouldn't take the 235 buy. May get a little spooky. But maybe around the $2, maybe. I don't know what the float is on this one yet, and it is still not come up on the top volume movers. UPST now has 2 million shares traded, so this thing's got to pop 2 million shares. I think it can get past it. TRVN, this was another one we saw pop the other day. It was just riding up. I don't think I traded this one either because it didn't give me the setup that I liked. And then yesterday it didn't have the volume to do anything down here. So I was like, no obvious level to come back to. I don't like it. But definitely interesting. We have 3 minutes to the bell. We'll see what ends up ripping. Donnell says CHSN has 6 million in the float. Okay. Let's see if it can bring the fire. CHSN. It's almost up there. It really doesn't have a whole lot of competition here on the because I mean, if it rips over 2 million, it can jump up here to top 5 level pretty quickly behind CTIC. So we'll see. But it would be the lowest float mover on the day if it can come on up. All right, markets open. Let's see who wants to hold up. CTIC, 53 million shares traded there. SPY in a decision-making process. TCRX coming back up here around the 425s. 3 million shares traded on that one. CHSN, not quite up there yet. Up, jumping up there though. Getting that, yeah. So now it has enough volume to compete. We'll see which way it goes. Through a high up here of the 317s for a bit of resistance. Up 6%. It's one of the few that's holding up green. CTIC, not a big mover at all, but we'll leave it up there because it's got the highest volume. TCRX coming on back. 18% up now, losing that big gain that it had. UPST, big dip down here. I like it. Let's see if we can find an obvious level for it. That's not anything with a little bit more range down, I wonder. UPST is now, where'd it go? I'm gonna have to see an update. I like UPST though. It's an AI play. May get interesting. Coming down to the 1832s, which was pre-market lows. Let's see how easily it rips through these pre-market lows. And then we want to see those candles get smaller so it can work out. Definitely has a consistent top right here at the 1970s for resistance on the bodies of these candles. Coming down to the 1840. Let's see if we can go ahead and crack through. Down 6% on the day. Getting quite a bit of love. Let's see what happened to the other one, CHSN. Still kind of holding there. They're right in there together, struggling together around that 4 million mark. We want to see what's going to become that outlier. What's going to get that high relative volume and leave the rest. And CTIC still has huge orders out here. That's huge. It's not going anywhere. Okay, CHSN getting on up there. This breakout will be over the 270s. Over the 270s. Has a bottom here at 229. UPS, come on with it. Slowing down around the 250s there. UPS breaking on down. Good, good, good. Okay. Now we just need to see a smaller candles form, because right now with this momentum downward, what's the actually, is it halted down? Okay, no. What's the possibility of it breaking back? It would need to break over what, $2 back up to the upside to get back to the high of this candle. I want to see these candles get smaller. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So just kind of holding there. UPS. Kind of interested in it. If I can find an obvious level. The bottom of this previous consolidation was around the 1681. Right through here. And it's got a little bit more at the 1533s. So I'm wondering, could this be an interesting level looking back on the charts? Let's jump over here to the daily chart. So it came down, touched this level right here of the 1831s. My levels that I just put on the other charts were 1661. 1661 and 1502. And on this one, it looks like about 1520 something. We'll see what those want to do. Trying to hold up this first level resistance, but this resistance has no backbone under it. So I'm pretty sure it's going to end up failing this one. If it doesn't, oh well. CHSN going up to the 272s. 282s. Up 290s. Okay. Up 14%. $8 million shares traded on this one. Mm. Nice. Some shorts hopping on here. See a little bit of pressure there. Let's see if they can get it back below the 275s. UPST had quite a bit of a bounce back into this range here. We'll see if that continues to break down and stay under the 19s. Got about 5 minutes to this 15-minute closes. And all of them are pretty much in the same volume, getting the same attention today. Okay, can we see some 75s come on hard and heavy? $76, there's a 75s. Harsh push down after that 75 break. That's a $0.25 break, but it's right back above it. So somebody still wants it there. Seeing green 75s come through. They're buying above the ask still on 75. So it's looking like it may still have some upwards movement in it. 4 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Okay, so this one's pressing its way back away from the 19s. Need to see it break down to 1850. Okay, getting back under the 75s now. So we have a whole dollar support of $2, right? We have a previous, looks like we found some pressure at the 184s down here. Okay, so, and this is still a consolidation as well down here on the 15-minute in this area. So just waiting. It's at 250 right now, no rush. 10 million shares on the board. It is number 4 on the top volume movers above $2. So what's in front of it? CTIC, PLTR, and Tesla. And it's catching up with Tesla quite quickly. It's the lowest float mover on the top volume movers. And it's also still holding above 50%, but now starting to crack it. So we'll see what that action is around the 2 and maybe even the 170s. It's 175. What kind of dip will you give us? So right now, my 2 favorites are UPST and CHSN. Those are probably the 2 that I'm going to be watching for the rest of the day. Don't know which one will be the one. I'm going to be patient and let them return to some obvious levels. Still looking for some obvious levels on this one, though. Can it actually get down there to that 1661-ish level? 1661 and 1502. But first, it's going to need to break this bottom here, 1791. $246. So we got a body candle coming back in and forming here at the right under the 250 for resistance on that body. Letting this one fall, seeing what happens at $2 or 184. See what kind of play we can get off of that. Still up 50% on the day as for now, but if it falls, it's gonna be like 30%, 20%, and I may not even touch it if it loses too much. Rivian just jumped up there and took a spot there. I know Daniel B. Haven't seen Daniel B in a minute, but he loves trading Rivian, so I know for a fact he's trading this. It's like one of his top tickers. He's been trading for like 80 years. Up 11%. Let's jump back over here to the scans real quick. Airbnb holding the bottom spot, and then NIO, Open, Amazon, AMD. What news just popped? Okay, just some random article. Tesla, PLRT. All right. Well, at this point, it's like one of those, for me, it's just the waiting game. I don't know which one of these I'm going to try, but I do know that UPST needs to get some more volume behind it. It is a larger float, so it could be choppy. But continues to hold up this 1834 in here, so we'll see what it wants to do. But on the higher time frames, I'm still seeing red on the 4-hour, red on the hour chart. So these two are what I'm believing over this 15-minute. 15-minute looks like, oh man, it's kind of holding up, but based on this 4-hour, I want to see a little bit more time, maybe an hour close or something like that, because I don't trust it. Okay, so volume definitely dried up a lot. This beginning candle on CHSN had 8 million shares. This next candle is, well, it's got a lot of time on it, 15-minute candle, but where is that spark? Where's that push? Let's see what the SPY decided to do. The SPY coming on down. Coming on down, coming on down. I hate when they do this. They like sit there for a while, and then when they do start getting a push, you start kind of seeing larger and larger wicks form. So I'm gonna have to make sure that this isn't one of those snatchers, those soul snatchers that does this a whole lot from 318 back down here to the 244s, because those could be soul snatchers right there. Rivian continuing up as well. Oh, well, UPST, still don't believe it. This thing is still red, 4 hours still red, so I'm thinking it's still got some downwards momentum in it. Even though even though this lower time frame looks so bullish, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah. Jumped up here to 1935 and then right back down into, or right back under 19s here. Nice little trap. Okay. What is open? Open doesn't have any news on the day. It's up 15%, but it is a super high float. My goodness. Okay. Leave that one alone. NIO May 26 call sweeps. Amazon and Chosen continue to fall behind more and more stocks. AMD has now crossed it. Rivian, Tesla. So it's number 5 on the list now. Can we see anybody else jump back on board? I'm thinking UPST might be the play for me today. For real. Higher float, but if it gives me the correct pullback, I will definitely give it a taste test. Wonder what the reaction of the low of intraday will be. This 230 here that it seems to be trying to hold up. We'll see it break that. Can it get any push below 230? And let's actually look at the level 2s. No huge sizes sitting out there that are super visible. Nothing. Okay. CTIC has not even moved a cent. That's crazy. Rivian pulling back now. All of those 25,000 shares that we saw earlier are not here. So they definitely backed off. It's only 13 cents away from the 230 breakdown. Yesterday we saw a lot of sideways action in the market. I'm wondering, will today be the same, since more the CPI has come out and it has to digest into the market? Wondering, will it be more sideways action? Yeah, this first candle had 5 million. This follow-up candle has about right under 2 million. Not bad, but definitely needs to show me some momentum in either direction. Well, speak of the devil. Looks like it's coming. Okay, so now we got a crack of the 230s down here. That was the low of intraday. Let's see, can it keep going? Can it break down to 25s? Can it get on down here to the $2? Only 40% up now. So what will people see when they open up their scans? What will be the one that they take interest in? 225s down 7% on the day. Okay, UPST. Come on, man, break down. Low of intraday was the 1789 on this one. Open 10 million shares, higher float though. Got some size on the charts there. It's been stair stepping. One up, one up, one. So, but definitely a higher floats up 17%. See anything else, Rivian? I think I got all the large gainers here. This one just holding around the 230s for a while. Can it give up the 220s? Also have PLTR still trading out here with 28 million shares, gaining that attention. Tesla also above these. So we don't want to be looking at these and lose track of what's actually winning on the day. Because these have what, 10 million, 13 million, but Tesla has 21 million. So, you know, definitely getting more traction. AMD is also up there. So we're seeing the actual competition here that they're competing with. Even though they're not performing, even though they're not top gappers, they're still outperforming because they're gaining attention. Amazon. One, two, three. So in the grand scheme of things, now how do these look? Do these look like they can actually come back and compete? Amazon pushing up as well. 12 million shares traded. Will it go ahead and defeat CHSN? I remember when I was first starting trading, I used to lose so much when I used to just make I would make a watch list of just the stocks that I'm interested in. So like, let's say if I'm trading low floats, everything on there would be low floats, and I would be like, okay, well, what kind of low float is this competing with on today? And I'd be like, okay, there's what, four low floats up, and I would only have on my scan or my watch list the low floats, and I'll be getting into them, and I'm like, all right, we're about to get going. But I didn't see the overall environment. What else was challenging that low float? Um, what other participants in the market were gaining attention? And so I'm in the trade, and I'm like, why isn't it going? What's going on? That was why. It's a low float. It should pop. Nope. Something above it. Open pushing all the way up here to the 256. NIO giving a nice little dip down. UPST opening below the 19. So 19 becoming a little bit of resistance. right there at the 19. Previous bottom was 1830s, but the 4-hour is still nice and red. The hour is still nice and red as well. Little struggle bus at the 19 right there. And that's another thing I want when I try to make entries. When I look at a level, like let's say if I'm wanting to buy at 1785, I want to see this thing get through that, get through 1785, and then open a candle over the price that I'm looking for. Because right now this thing has a crazy amount of time, and I just looked at the time. Speaking of, I need to be getting to my morning meeting. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I do have to go ahead and shut this thing down now. But if you're going to continue trading, please be careful. I will be back Friday. I have not taken any trades this week. Just looking around, looking for those obvious buys, and just have not seen them this week. Anyway, I will continue watching UPST, but based on what everything that's going on up here, I don't know about that one either. CHSN may be a play. I have to come back later on in the day and maybe it'll get some action. But as of now, I'm just watching. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.